Hello everyone, welcome to Court with Krissy. Time for an update. Krissy is back in court, and today she wants to fire her not very good attorney. It doesn't happen. But what does need to happen is the competency exam that her attorney requested during the last appearance. If you missed that, it'll be linked in the video as well as in the description. Judge Allen still remains cool, calm, and collected. I hope you like it. Court with Krissy is now in session.
All right, this is case 250331, case 250655, case 251737, case 251467, case 251303, and case 250945. All styled Delhi Township. Well, not all of them, but Delhi Township. Hold on. I'll just say the people versus Miss Minna. Appearances for the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. David Inboard for Delhi Charter Township. May it please the court, Kelly, Assistant Public Defender, appearing on behalf of Ms. Eva Mena, who is standing to my left. This is the date and time, I believe, Your Honor, set for bond violation hearings. Ms. Mena did indicate to me that she's willing to do what I think is best. However, it's unclear whether that's still her position right now. I would ask that the court enter pleas of no contest for these bond violations.
Ms. Mena, do you understand what he just said?
No.
Want to explain to her what you just said?
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Mena, we're here today to discuss some allegations that you violated your bond by picking up some new criminal charges. We had talked about this in holding. It is my recommendation that we plead no contest to these charges to preserve our rights in the underlying cases.
So let me simplify what he just said. Basically, you have some allegations against you as a result of a new case that they're framing against you. That could be a violation of your older cases. And he's saying rather than try and fight all of that, just to plead no contest to it and just see where we go from there.
I also asked for a new lawyer
Why would you need a new lawyer?
because he does not. I asked for the files to see what was on there. He did not send me a single one. 'Cause these were all originally trespassing tickets,
Well,
and not a single one says trespassing. A couple do. These were all trespassing. I was brought in here for trespassing, and he knows that.
so what we're dealing with today is a claim that you're in violation of your bond with regard to your older cases.
Correct, but like I asked for a new lawyer so I asked him to figure out what was going on with that. And then these wouldn't have even been there.
So what you probably don't know is that he works for an attorney. The attorney that he works for is actually your lawyer. That lawyer actually assigns people because he can't represent everybody. He assigns someone to represent everyone.
Well, then I would still like a new lawyer. Because he is not a very good one. His
No.
employee,
He's not a very good lawyer. He's an excellent lawyer.
well, his work is not very good. His workers are
work-
not.
Yes.
The lawyer might be very good, but his employees, like him, are not very good. I'm sorry.
Mr. Capelli is actually excellent.
When I can question him, not very good.
Okay. So, Mr. Capelli, I believe that we're at a point where we can go forward with regard to consideration of the plea. I'm willing to accept it.
Like I said, again, my rights are being violated. You ask me
What
yourself.
rights are being violated.
I'm not being treated fairly behind your walls. You are the judge. You are the boss
So,
of some of these
Let's
people,
cut to
correct?
the chase. What is it
You
that
asked me. I've been locked up, correct? Where I'm at, I have not been able to brush my teeth since I've been back there, but 2 times. I asked him, he is supposed to be the lawyer. These are they work under you, correct? Just like he does. And the gentleman that likes to look at me all crazy, they all work underneath you, correct?
Go ahead and make your point. What's your point?
Well, is that you? Can you please answer me?
I am the chief judge.
So that is it correct. Why is it I have to go through everything when a little girl gets in my face, threatens to beat me up, and I get locked up and she don't? Like this.
You're talking about something entirely different now.
No, this is how he's treated me.
No, I'm saying that you're talking about something entirely.
I'm using that as a
Stop talking if you want me to be able to speak with you.
Okay, and I use that for an example because he's supposed to help
You're
me.
talking when you ask me to explain something to you.
Okay.
Can't explain something to you if you're going to be busy talking. So
Okay.
what's happened is that he has another new case involving you being charged with an offense, being charged with a new crime. And if that's true, that means that there's a bond violation for your old files. That's what we're really talking about today. I don't believe that that's a big, huge deal. I believe that you've got probably about 5 cases open right now because Mr. Revore has just offered to dismiss 5 cases just so that he can get this stuff cleared up. So that's what I'm prepared to do today. But you just needed to have an understanding, at least a working understanding of what it is that's going on today. Okay? So that's where we're at this particular point. I've already signed these to dismiss these cases against you. But the only thing that we need to deal with is what Mr. Capelli was just talking about, that you've been charged with a bond violation because you have a new file against you. And we're not going to actually have you have to defend that. We'll just say, yeah, she has a new file against her, and she's already has these other open files.
And you read that file, correct?
Correct.
My brother's name was on there. Is it still on there?
We're not even talking about the details of the file. We're just talking about the fact that you've been charged with a new crime, which would be a bond violation.
And like I spoke with him, I'd like to get out of here because there is those files that I had the bonds on were not true. They're putting all these other charges on there that I do not have. Trespassing to what and what and what. They
So,
all got changed to
can I
different
get you to
charges.
stop so that I can do my job, please? That would be very good. So I'm willing to accept a plea. You're ready to put on the factual basis for me to accept it.
For the
She's been charged with the new.
Yeah, with the new case.
Allegation.
I am.
What's the nature of the new allegation?
Where's the lawyer for that case?
Nature of the allegation, Your Honor,
Has
would
nothing to
be
do with this case.
disorderly conduct, throwing objects at cars, and then she has another felony
What?
file for carrying a concealed weapon.
I didn't hear about that one.
No, it's not really important.
What it is to me.
Can you let me finish what I was about to say? It's not really important for what it is that we're doing today. What we're doing today is just the fact that you've been alleged to have these new cases. That's the only thing that your lawyer is talking about. Okay? All right. And so those are those 3 new cases?
I believe so. With the dismissals, Mr. Revore, could you double check me here?
I don't have any chronological order.
I know the CCW was charged by the county, Your
Yeah,
Honor.
there's county cases that are,
So we can't deal with that since the county's not here.
right. So the first case that we have was alleged on 3/10/2025 against the defendant for wrongfully throwing objects.
310.
And
You
From
hold on
there-
this minute so he can just tell me what he's got going on.
then from there, there was there was seven more cases from there. And just for the defendant's information, we did submit what's called a nolle prosecution on 5 of those cases, Your Honor.
Those are the 5 that I've signed this morning.
Yes, Your Honor, we submitted those today, and those were, if you'd like me to read off the dates, I can certainly do that.
You don't need to do that.
So we had 5 cases, Delhi, disorderly conduct, resist obstructing, and throwing objects. That was on the same ticket, 2 different case numbers, 25-01355-OM and 25-01353-OM. Then we had, let's say prior to that, disorderly person vagrancy, case number 25-919-OM.
So are these the cases that came up after she was on bond?
Yes, Your Honor. These are,
We just need to pick one. That's all.
okay. Yeah, these
So
are,
that would be case 25-0155.
25-0355. Oh,
355.
the date on that charge was 8/19/25, Your Honor. About
819. Okay.
5 months afterwards, but we can go through more of these if it would be helpful to the.
No, we just need to have one.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. So the defendant was on bond conditions with me at the time in case 25-0355 when this charge arose on August 19th, 2025.
That's correct, Your Honor.
That was within the jurisdiction of this court.
That's correct.
All right, I find that there is a violation of the bond based upon the consent that we just talked about, that there is a new criminal charge, case 25-0355, issued on August 19th, 2025. Anything else further for the record?
Nothing further from the defense, Your Honor.
Lavore, satisfied?
I am satisfied, Your Honor, and that's discussed with defense counsel. The remainder of these cases seek a new free trial. Thank you, Henry.
I would like copies though.
Hold on for just a second, okay?
Okay.
How much time do you need, sir?
I'm looking at the calendar, Your Honor. I would say probably January 5th or the 12th.
Why don't you look at January 12th to see if that's
Thank you, Your Honor.
schedule it for them. So, Ms. Mena, just so that you're clear, we just handled the violations that was alleged against you. And the alleged way the allegation works is that they're saying that because you are already on bond conditions, you could not be involved in any new criminal affairs. And since you've been charged with this new case, 25-0355 on August 19th, I found that that is a violation, but I'm not going to do anything to change your bond. Your bond will be continued at this time. Okay. You have any questions about that?
No, I just want to make sure I get same files that he has. Because on this last one, my brother's name was up in there when I looked at it this last time. And
I think Mr. Revore has heard your request and he'll know that what he needs to do. Okay.
And I would like somebody to figure out what happened. Every time I've been here this whole year, I was brought in for trespassing. I could have paid those and left. I didn't know you had to go to jail for trespassing when you can pay them.
Well, you can go to jail for trespassing. And I only see one case where they're talking about you throwing things.
That's why I was originally brought in for.
This
was
is what I just
trespassing.
said. I only see one case where that's alleged.
Well, he said two.
I've
No.
got a whole handful of cases.
I know, but he said two. Counted two.
Okay, what am I telling you though?
I know.
Okay. All right, I need to put notes in all of these files. So, yeah,
They're all, see, I'm hearing this, then he's saying this, then you're saying that. Somebody's doing something with the computer, because like I said, when I read that one, it had my brother's name in it and a few ladies that were helping me down upstairs or downstairs, wherever, to see my brother's name in it. And then when they looked at it again, my brother's name was not in it. That's why I asked if you're reading the files also. I'm not trying to be rude, but some of those are disappearing. They're messing with the files.
Well, we actually have computer records for what's in the files. Anyway, they're going to get you back over to the jail, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Rivera.